Welcome to the unknown Garden of Gethsemane, Jerusalem. We are so close to so many places, but the gardens that every tourist knows, and I do have a lot of videos of it, are full with tourists. Tourists have now started to come back to Israel. Thanks God for that. Then in that case, I decided to bless the Bible with the Lord's Prayer on it, the cover is made of olive tree, to Carla Constance, that asked me to do it for her, and I will do that. Then for everyone here, I'm blessing everyone that's watching that video, and I will ask you to share it, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. And before I forget, happy Easter. We are so close to Easter now, but before we will talk about the gardens, let me show you something that usually it's no one actually see it. It looks like a roof, but what I want you to imagine is a 12th century church that used to be here, that been destroyed by the Muslims after the Crusader. The lower part of it, and I do have so many videos of it, it's the tomb of Virgin Mary. Today it's owned by the Armenian and Greek Orthodox, but a lot of the Christians, a lot of the Catholic are actually accepting that place too, although, yes, I know that there's another House of Mary at Turkey of today, but this is 5th, 6th century tradition, and the house in Turkey is 19th century. You can see a little bit of the wall of the city. The wall is from the 16th century, but the gate there was built on top of an ancient gate. This is the Golden Gate. This is the gate that we believe that Jesus, when he will come back, and maybe he will come back soon, he will enter through there. Then, in that case, we are climbing up the unknown part of Garden of Gethsemane. Gethsemane, it's in Hebrew, the place that you're pressing olive oil to oil, and you can see that. Oh, look at the kitty. It was surrounded with a wall. The inner part is the place that it's the garden according to the Catholic. But before I forget, if that is the tomb, just beneath that there's another story, and there's another grotto. And we believe that when Jesus came to here, he told the disciples, wait for me there, wait for me there. And then he took the two sons of Zebedee and St. Peter to pray with him. Then it's so connected to us now, to the story of the agony of Jesus, to the last story of his life before the resurrection and before the second coming of Christ. Then we are the only one who are visiting this beautiful garden together with you and together with the Lord's Prayer. This is the New and the Old Testament, and if you want to have it to yourself, and I know that the one who bought it for them are using it in the church, go to the description at the below the video, that video, and click on the Buy Me a Coffee link, and you will be able to enjoy the Bible or different crosses, and together with a video that I will take. And Carla wanted me to visit a little bit Mount of Olives and to bless it there. Then I'm doing it here because this is so less touristic, Carla, and you will be able to enjoy it. Of course, Carla will get it. She and her husband are farmers from Queensland in Australia. Oh, I'm too old. I'm old to climb Mount of Olives, but I'm doing it happily. I'm not really too old. We are now together, the 12. Jesus is walking with us. He is taking us from the Canaculum at Mount Zion to here. Now, he knows that this is his last journey before before his crucifixion. In about a few hours, they will come to him, the Jews and the Romans, and that's it. Tomorrow, let's say at the same time, now it's around 12, he won't be here. He will be on the cross. Now he knows his duty, and although he knows his duty, he asks his father, Abba, take that cup out of me. I don't need it. I don't want it. But I'm following your will, and I will do that. And the disciples, they didn't understand it. He already told them that he will die. He told them that one of them will betray him, but they couldn't understand it. They couldn't understand it. We are talking about human beings. We are talking about Jews. Jews cannot understand the idea of God in the form of a human being. And if they got it, say Son of God, St. Peter say, still the idea of resurrection is not so easy. Then here it is. What we can see from here. The Dome of the Rock is the site of the temple, and Jesus was there praying a lot all day, but he always went back. He went out to Garden of Gethsemane. Maybe the place of that we are going to visit was owned by one of the disciples of him, one of the believers who gave him a shelter there, away from the Jews, away from the Romans. Can be, isn't it? We found there, just lately, foundation of a church from 1500 years ago. 1500 years ago, together with a mikveh. What is a mikveh? A Jewish ritual bath. The Jews used to purify the body at least once a week for the men and once a month for the women. And if it was a factory that prepare olive oil, then it's a secret thing. They must do that ritual more than once, maybe even every day. Then how beautiful it is. I can imagine that tomorrow it's going to be rainy, and this is the coldest month ever in Israel. I'm wearing like 5 layers of clothes. I'm not used to it. It's like January, but at least look how beautiful is the sun. Then, Carla, together with you, I want to enter the gardens according to Catholic, because it's the only one that is open. And I don't know if you're Catholic or not, but for me, the idea is the same. If you're Christian, you're Christian. It doesn't matter for me if you're Greek or Catholic, if you are Orthodox, Protestant, Evangelist, it doesn't matter for me. You're Christian. Now, if you are Greek Orthodox, this is the garden. Sadly, as you can see, it's closed for tourists, and I can take a video of it. Yeah, two-way road. Can you imagine it? Two-way road. You didn't make a mistake. It's two-way road. I call it Six Flags Road, because this is the end of it, but above it, it's so steep. Yeah, we saw the gardens according to the Greek Orthodox. I really love the garden that I visit because it's not touristic and people can pray there. You can feel the holiness there as well. But we will enter. Oh, all right. What it's gonna be? The best way is to go back to there. She is very angry. But that's the only way. I'm driving here a lot. And if she will stay here, they will be able to cross her. We were traveling there. And that part belongs to the Greek Orthodox, but the place that we visit belongs to everyone as well. And as I can see, it's very crowded. You saw the trees there. They're not so old, let's say 100 years, 150 years old. But in the garden you will see some ancient trees, but not more than, let's say, 1,000 years. So this is the picture. To see the sign, Gethsemane. And we're entering now. Hello. Dad, I want you to see the video of the gardens, but we are entering now to see. Can you see the difference between the old trees to the trees that we just visited? Then let's make a round tour. Carla, it's supposed to be the beginning of winter now in Australia. Let's see, 3 weeks ago I was the only one here, but thanks God the tourists are here. They can feel the energy of the gardens. You can imagine that as I believe it was very close to here, if not here, mainly because of the 4th century pilgrims already mentioned that place as the gardens, and in the 16th century or 17th century the Franciscans bought it and excavated here. Oh, look at the kitty. Hello kitty, enjoying the sun? Then let's reach our hands. Try to be as close as you can to him. I want us to read something from the Bible, of course. Then Jesus was here, and accordingly you will see exactly the place that he was praying. And the disciples, the 3 ones, might be here, might be at the other side, and the Greek Orthodox that accepted that was the site of Jesus, just behind the wall. You can see the trees there, the tall trees. Yeah, there's another cave that the 2 sons of Zebedee and St. Peter was supposed to pray with Jesus, but they fell asleep. The church is new, but it was built on top of a Byzantine church. And remember, we found some of the evidence at the valley of the Kidron Valley, and we found evidence in the church. I will show you 4th century mosaic floor, and the Crusader built here a church too. But later on, 16 countries helped the Franciscans to build that um, that church. That's why it's called Old Nation Church as well. Then let's read Matthew. Oops, my Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as you willed. O Jesus, in the deepest night and the agony, you spoke these words of trust and surrendered to God the Father in Gethsemane. In love and in gratitude, I want to say, in times of fear and distress, my Father, I do not understand you, but I trust you. And we are at the COVID time. You can understand it very well. Cannot understand what's happening, but we are trusting you. Just to show you the difference between, let's say, 1,000 years old tree. Look at the tree that the Pope planted at 2014. Can you see it? Let me help you a little bit. Aha, now can you see it. Can you see them any differences? All right. Now the church. I won't be able to talk in the church. Then it will be time for prayer as well. But when I will enter to the church, I want you to look up at the domes. And you will see that you are part of the agony. You are part of the story. It was midnight. It wasn't as sunny as today. And the floor that you will see, most of it, it's a new floor. But under the glass, you will see remains of the 4th century church as well. And now the stone, the place that he was praying, I don't know if we will be able to enter it, but if it will be open, I will enter. You will see a rock above it. You will see Jesus praying. To the left of it, you will see a mosaic wall of Judas' kiss. And then I will give you like 2 or 3 minutes to pray as well. Then I won't talk. Actually, I cannot talk anymore. Anyhow, let's enter to the garden right now. There's a mass. You've been part of a mass at Lentine just before Christmas. I'm so happy that we did it together. This is the facade of the church. You see the four Gospels, and Jesus is praying, and the angel is now coming to him to help him. You are the first one and the last one. And there are two groups here of disciples that believes in Jesus, but one of them, they never ask for questions. Amen. And the other one of scholars that things that they not know a lot and wants more, know more. And here it is. Let's go out together, and on the way you will see another tree that was planted by the Pope. And don't say goodbye. Meanwhile, don't forget to subscribe my channel and send that video to all over. It's soon Easter time, and for me the Via Dolorosa of Jesus started here, not tomorrow. There are three more things that I want you to see. Now, if you are Protestant, or let's say not Catholic, and you don't want to pray in the Catholic area, the Catholic left part of the stone that we couldn't enter into it because of the Mass, but because of it being blessed there, then here's a part of the bedrock. It's in front of you. Here you can see another young tree from 1964, planted by São Paulo, the Pope. And there's one more thing that I want you to see, and that will end that amazing, energetic tour, Carla. Said he didn't mention your husband's name, but I'm sure that he knows that I'm talking to him as well. Look at that amazing word, peace. Something that we need now in the world, and not only in Ukraine, all over the world, including Israel. Thank God for letting me take that amazing video without a drop of rain, to everyone that watching that video, and especially to Carla Constance and her husband. Thank you.